nut soup today, or a banku, like we say in Tadia, banku, or miyong kwakwa in Hausa. I have the ingredients here. I think I remember to put everything out here. I'm gonna walk you guys through how to make a banku. It's a favorite soup in most West African countries. Well, I think every tribe or every culture calls it something differently, but it's basically palm nut soup. All right, so this is the palm nut cream that I get from the African market. This is Ghana Fresh. This is made in Ghana. Yeah, Ghana. And then there's this one, Trophy. I think this is Liberian or Nigerian, I think. Anyway, so there's this one also. Basically, I am making 2 cans today. I got some salt. I got some smoked fish. It says here, product of Ghana. You can use any smoked fish for making the soup. There's these little anchovies that we're going to clean and put some in there. We're gonna clean this, get rid of the bones as much as we can, and throw them in there. I also have this fish. This is called momone. Basically, it's I don't know, I guess it's fermented fish. It has like this funky smell. Make sure I'm talking here. It has this funky smell to it, but it just adds a lot of flavor to the soup. And I'm going to use 2 Maggi or jimbo, like, you know, some cultures call it. So there's anga and there's jumbo. So bouillon cubes, I got 2. I got this. This is this is cowhide that I got from Ghana. I love this. Oh my goodness. I can, you know, feast on this all day. So, but usually when you get them here, they don't burn them very well. It got some hair follicles on them. But this one has been cleaned so nicely. It's like very clean. I got this from Ghana. I'm using some habanero pepper, just one, because I have some babies in this house. And I have this leftover Kobe that I'm gonna add. Kobe is basically salted tilapia. I have a leftover that I'm gonna add to add some flavor. I'm gonna use some tomato paste, just a little bit. I'm gonna use some onions. I have some chopped onions, frozen onions that I got from Kroger that I'm gonna use because I'm too lazy to cut onions. I have this, I don't know how you call this in English, but it's basically bitter melon seed. Yeah, it's bitter melon seeds that have been, I guess, fermented as well. We use a lot of fermentation in our processing of food in Ghana. So, yeah, it has, again, it has this funky smell. We call it dawa dawa. Every culture calls it something different, but it's called dawa dawa. I got some crabs that we're going to add. I cleaned them, they're all clean. We're going to add the crabs to our soup. And I got some cleaned lamb. So we're going to use lamb. I feel like I have too much lamb. I might get rid of some of them. So we got lamb, crabs, fish, some dawa dawa, some onions, some tomato paste, some Kobe, some cowhide, or we call this in Hausa ganda, or pomo. I think they call it pomo in Tree. I'm probably saying it wrong, but that's basically, it's cowhide. And some momone, another fermented fish, some habanero, bouillon cubes, salt, and we got our palm nut cream that we're going to, basically I'm going to open these and I'm going to mix them with water, and I'm going to strain them because sometimes they have some residue in them. So I'm going to strain them, and then I'm going to add everything and cook. All right, so stay tuned. All right, so this is the Ghana Fresh Palm Nut Cream. This is the Trophy, and as you can see, it has a lot of oil. It has a lot of palm oil. This is the Ghana Fresh. I still can't figure out where this is. Huh? This says it's a product of Malaysia. I didn't even know they eat this, but okay. I guess they are a tropical country as well. But so basically, I'm going to empty the contents in here and then mix them with water and strain them. The Ghana one is very thick. This is very, very thin in consistency.
What are you making again?
I'm making palm nut soup. So try to get everything out. Be careful not to cut a finger. So basically try to rinse empty. Still got some in there. So make sure the water is warm or close to hot, as much as your hand can handle. And that way, because remember, this is oil, and palm oil is thick oil, so you need, if you use cold water, you're just gonna harden the oil and have it stick everywhere. So I think it's all clean now. Be careful when you dispose of these. So I'm just going to try to get everything to melt. This is warm water. So I'm going to go ahead and strain gently. I don't like this strainer. I have a strainer with smaller holes basically that I use because it gets everything out. I like to use that, but I couldn't find it. These kids must have thrown it somewhere. I'm only gonna find it when I really don't have a need for it. But yeah, when you get towards the end, you want to go a little slowly because you don't want to get the residue on the bottom in there. So see that? If you touch it, it's a little rough. Just strain it like so. Just add this because you want to get all that, you know, all the nutrients. You want to get everything in there so there's nothing left really. Again, and I'll do it 3 times until I get it all nice and smooth with nothing left or not much left, because you don't want to taste the residue while you're eating the soup. So rinse your pot that you had it in initially with hot water or warm water, as much as your hand. I have a bad habit of using hot water. That's why my hands are not so pretty, like my mom says. But yeah, so I'm gonna repeat the process. So I've washed my fish and everything, and my meat, everything is washed. I'm just gonna, and I've strained my palm nut cream. So I'm just gonna add the meat, the fish, the crabs, everything. So I'm gonna put some of this because I think I have too much meat. So I'm just gonna put some. So there goes the meat. And here goes my crabs. I don't wanna throw them all in because they'll splatter everywhere. My crabs. My cleaned smoked fish. So my fish is in there. My cow hide, cut in small pieces. Aren't they beautiful? Oh my goodness, and they taste even better. Yes. So everything goes in there. Alright, I'm going to put my habanero. And remember, Momone, this is Momone. Remember the funky smelling fish that I told you? And remember I told you guys about this. This is the doa doa. I'm going to put just a little bit in there to give it a little flavor. Just a little bit. This was taught to me by my brother-in-law so many years ago. This is his secret to making palm nut soup. It just adds so much flavor. So I put about, I would say about 3 to 4 tablespoons of tomato paste, because this is 2 cans of palm nut cream, so it's a lot. We're gonna put my bouillon cubes and add some salt. I'll taste it if I need 1 hour, 40 minutes to 1 hour. All right, and I'll show you guys how I make the banku to go with this. So while the palm nut soup is cooking, I am getting ready to make the banku that goes with it. So banku is basically made with cornmeal, such as Indian head. Most Africans are familiar with Indian head, or Spanish, I guess. They're also familiar with Indian head. It's cornmeal. It's a brand of cornmeal, so you can use that or any other cornmeal. And this is how, well, this is frozen. Basically, you mix it with water mix it by hand and leave it for about 3 to 5 days to ferment, because you want that fermentation process and the fermentation flavor. Basically use that, mix it with grounded cassava. So basically that's why it looks a little whiter than this one, because this is mixed with grounded cassava. So you just mix the cassava as well. You buy it frozen from the store. It looks something like this, but it looks whiter. And you defrost it and mix it by hand and leave it for 3 to 5 days to let that ferment as well. So when it's time to make your banku, you just mix half cornmeal flour and half grounded cassava, and it's all wet and frozen, and you just blend them. You can use them as they are, or you can blend them if you want the texture to be nice and fine. If you don't mind the grittiness, you can use them as they are. Otherwise, just blend them nicely for a little while and have them be very fine before you cook them. So you just mix with water, and you want to get this consistency. Add some salt, and that's good. A little bit of salt, not too much because there's already salts in the soup. And then you're just going to stir like so till it starts to ball up and harden, and that's when you really need some muscle power in there. So yeah, stay tuned. And our soup is cooking nicely here, guys. So it's starting to harden like so. So this is where I'm gonna need both hands, one hand to hold this and the other hand to stir, because it's starting to get hard. So basically it's turning into a dough, and I have to stir or knead as best as I can so we don't have any balls or curds in there. So it's hard now. This is the hardest it'll get. And basically I'm holding with one hand right here and stirring and kneading with the other. So you just want to turn, keep turning, kneading, so all the sides get cooked evenly. So you just keep turning, and you can tell that it's cooked from the looks of it. You can tell that it's cooked. It doesn't look so white and raw anymore when it's cooked. So I think I've been cooking it for about 15 minutes now. So I'll probably, keep stirring and kneading for another 10 minutes or so, and then I'll just wrap them in little balls and wait for the soup to finish cooking, and we'll serve them together. All right, so stay tuned. All right, guys, it is ready now. Our banku is ready. You can tell from the texture. It's been about 30 minutes that I've been kneading, and so I'm getting ready. I'm gonna turn this off, and I'm going to start folding them into small balls. So I have my water with just a small plate right here. So, and I have my plastic wrap right here that I'm going to use to wrap. So I'll just take a little bit like this. I'll drop it right in the middle, and both ends and the other ends, and just gather everything right in the middle. Just gonna gather, pull up anything that's like sticking out, and just twist like so. Just keep twisting so it's nice and tight. All right, and just tuck it down and put it down like so. All right, so I just roll out my plastic wrap like so, work it out like that, and drop it on here. And I'm going to gather, pull out the sides, just gather everything in the center and twist, keep twisting so it's all twisted nice and tight. feels tight, and you just tuck it down like this, and you have your nice little ball. So I'm gonna finish up the rest, and then we'll get ready to serve. Alright guys, so the palm nut soup is all ready, right? And the banku is also ready right here. I made them into little balls. Right, they're all ready. We're gonna serve them very soon. Just wanted to show you. So see all that oil that's on top? I am going to get rid of all that oil. We can reuse the oil for cooking other things such as spinach sauce and other things later on. But yeah, I like to get rid of all that oil before I serve. It's too much oil. You can do so much with all that oil. So there's our soup with some lamb, fish pieces. You see our crabs in there. You see our cowhides in there. Alright. It's bursting with flavor. So much flavor. Alright. So I'm going to serve our banku. So I just unravel that little knot or coil and take it out of the plastic. And I put one right there. I'm gonna get a second one. Just unravel it. And here's our second one. And now we are going to put some soup. And I got rid of all the oil. See how much oil came out of it? That's a lot of oil, and we're left with this. Alright, that's a lot of oil. So we're gonna get some crabs. Everybody loves their crabs. So yes. Alright, so our banku is all served. And I am going to garnish it with some okra, and it just makes everything move down nice and smooth. So we put some okra on the side, and I'll just randomly put some. Alright, and there you have it. There's your banku with palm nut soup. Bon appetit. Hey Dazers, we are back with another shout out box. We have Hajia here today with the shout out box. Go ahead and shake it, Hajia. 3 names.
The first one is Dumba D.
Dumba D. Hey Dumba, that's my boy. Hey Dumba, thanks for the support.
The second one is Farag M.
Hey Faruqi, my little bro. Thanks for the support, little brother.
And the last one is Alasan S.
Alasan S. Hey Alasan. Alasan S. Thank you so much. Really appreciate your support. Thank you guys so much. Thank you guys for watching. And as always, be sure to
like, comment, and subscribe.
Bye, Dazers.
Bye.